Time now for sports on 104.7 The Cave. Here's Ned Reynolds.
Mike, the intern, Ned Reynolds in the studio. Tuesday morning, got a little bit of winter weather yesterday, so we didn't get a chance to talk about the performance in Denver for the Chiefs on Sunday.
Well, of course, the game didn't mean anything. Everybody knows that. Didn't mean anything as far as the Chiefs are concerned. It meant everything as far as the Broncos were concerned. I love this because the folks in Cincinnati are verbally and in print media as well abusing the Chiefs for lying down and letting Denver in there and knocking out the Bengals. Of course, that's a lot of nonsense. The Chiefs have only themselves to worry about, and that's what they're doing. And they took it easy. They benched all the regulars, as everybody knows. But I've got to tell you, Mike, I was really, really disappointed with how Kansas City played. They're better than that. Even the scrubbinis, so to speak, or the junior varsity, they're better players than that. They went out and they gave in my opinion, no effort at all. Denver, 38-0 over the Chiefs. Come on. This doesn't happen. Carson Wentz, fine quarterback, outstanding quarterback, been in the NFL since, 2018, was a first-round draft choice of Philadelphia, been around, can play the game. He's sacked 5 times, not his fault. He's on his behind all night long, but he's no gazelle. And the offensive line, a makeshift one, I admit, but still, to get throttled like they were, this is the Chiefs. That was exceedingly disappointing. All right, it's out. It makes no difference at all as far as what's going to happen. It's on to the playoffs.
And we're going into the playoffs healthy, which is a very good thing. So it's going to be, Buffalo and Denver in Buffalo, right?
But that's not who the Chiefs will play.
No.
They'll play the winner of the Los Angeles Chargers-Houston Texans game. And I have a feeling it's probably going to be the Texans. Earlier this season, and had a pretty good game with them at Arrowhead. And Houston is if that's who it is, I think Houston beats the Chargers. But if it is, the Houston Ball Club probably won't beat Kansas City a second time. They didn't beat them the first time. They got run out pretty well. If it's the Chargers who get the win in that one, different story because the Chargers can play the Chiefs tough. I would prefer it to be the Houston Texans, and I really think that's who it will be.
You're forgetting one more scenario, that the Denver Broncos go into Buffalo and win that game. They could face the Broncos again. It's possible.
Just don't think that's going to happen.
It's possible. It's the NFL. You never know.
Mike, it's possible we might get snow on Friday, too. Don't bite your tongue, Reynolds.
You're playing with fire, buddy. All right. So we obviously still have a little bit of college football left to play. You think the weather conditions might affect that on Friday?
Interestingly enough, the Friday's game is indoors. It's at Jerry's World, AT&T Stadium down in Dallas. It's the Cotton Bowl game. So from a playing standpoint, no, the weather conditions shouldn't affect anything at all. But outside, Dallas, Texas, folks, and all of the Southwest expecting a very heavy snow and possible ice storm. And yes, that could affect the numbers of people who show up to watch Ohio State play Texas. Of course, the diehard fans will be there. But what it does and how it's going to affect the schedule, do they postpone that another day? If they did, the championship game isn't until the 20th, so there's plenty of time to rest and recover and get ready for that championship game. I know they prefer to play it on Friday. That's how it's scheduled into the TV contracts and all that sort of thing. But I really think that weather will or possibly will play a role in what happens.
So, had the FCS National Championship yesterday, and who are our crowned prince winner king of the FCS?
Again, a Missouri Valley Conference team, the North Dakota State Bison. Now it's Bison, but they put a Z up in North Dakota and call them the Bison. Win for the 10th time. They are the 10-time FCS or 1AA national champions. And Mike, it was a hell of a game. North Dakota State played Montana State, which was undefeated and the number 1 ranked team in America in FCS circles. North Dakota State got off to a big lead, 20-3 at halftime. I'm sorry, 21-3 at halftime, and then watched Montana State come roaring back. Montana State's really, really good. Final score was North Dakota State 35, Montana State 32. Both those teams could whip Division I ball clubs at the medium level, and they're that good. For instance, Cam Miller, North Dakota State's quarterback, he was not a transfer. He committed to Penn State and then changed his commit and went to North Dakota State, and he's a star player. Star player in every respect, as many of those are. Win for North Dakota State, 10th since they joined the FCS, which would have been, I think, about 2009, somewhere around there. 10th national championship.
You going to go watch the Bears basketball game tonight?
They're playing Illinois Chicago tonight. And the Flames, who back in the old days when they were AMQ8 conference, the Flames were always beaten by the Bears, always. It better happen tonight because Illinois Chicago is good. They can score. They're averaging 80 points a game, and they play a very good level of basketball. Now, the Bears, while they have lost 3 in a row and fervently want to avoid the 4th loss in a row, do play very good defense. The Bears have been staying in the games because of their defensive attack, and Conzo Martin thrives as a coach on his defense. You got to put the points on the board, and the Bears only had 60 in their game against Bradley on Saturday, and they had 40 in their game against Evansville, which was a loss. You've got to get somebody out there scoring in a more diversified case. The Bears need to work on that. They know fully well that's the situation, and I think they give Illinois Chicago a pretty good battle tonight.
Last but not least, the St. Louis Cardinals Caravan is going to be in town in a couple weeks, aren't they?
Yeah, the date is Friday, and it is January the 17th, and the Caravan will be at Hammons Field, that's the Bill Rowe Training Center indoors, on a Friday morning. It all begins at 12 noon, and the Cardinals will be here. Andre Palante, Matt Liberatore, Matt Koperniak, among several of them. A lot of Cardinals officials, and they'll be talking Cardinals baseball. That's what it's all about. Then later on Friday, the Caravan stops over at the Tournament of Champions, which will be in its second session. That's a Friday night, January 17th, and they'll all be there. They always get a great welcome from the crowds at Great Southern Bank Arena. So it'll be a gala day and a celebration of baseball about to return. The Cardinals are here on the 17th. Missouri State has its first pitch. That's their annual preseason rally on January 25th. So we're only a week away, and hey, pretty soon, before we know it, those teams will be back playing again.
Ned, you have a wonderful day, and I will see you on Wednesday.